a breeze if I let it be. Blowing in the trees with good energy. Every single moment a good memory. Really calm into that energy. I'm all about that inner peace. If it's not serving me, I release transcending beliefs. Nothing is as expensive as energy. Wait, right? Now it's like a heavy feeling. Oh, right. Kiss when I need it. It's just that. It's just that. Alright. Like, it's just everything is there. I just breathe it like it's there. Hey, all I see is the abundance around me. If I ever needed, wanted it, found me. All I keep is high vibrations around me. I just told you. I just realized I didn't say nothing yet. I ain't waiting for so this is a very funny life for me. It's been a while since I've gone live, and I am just here recalibrating. So enjoying this opening, this newness, this flow of going live and giving myself the time and space to be able to do this fearlessly, boldly, and answer questions about myself, share uploads that I receive, and peacefully detach from what I need to detach from is keeping me from speaking positively in my life about myself and what I've got going on right now. Go through. They say just post. Go live, just do it. And that's essentially what I'm doing with this right now. It makes no sense to go through what I've seen myself go through in dreams, in real life, and not feel more connected to myself and what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and what's happening. So this is trial and error, and all the while doing my hair and kind of getting into a groove of posting more content when it happens, and not having just things automated all the time, so that I can connect with myself and those who have connected with me throughout this entire process. Which, okay, that's a whole nother thing. This whole eating journey, food journey, is definitely one of the things that's going to be talked about. I saw this video where he was like, what the fuck more do you want from me? Like, I've come a long fucking way, and I'm proud of myself, regardless of what anybody says. So, yeah, I got that too. It's so funny, like, hearing myself check myself is on a whole nother level of being conscious of your body, what you're doing. I'm smelling my hands because my hands smell really good. Excuse me. Okay. And that's another thing. Using these live sessions to practice singing
life. Another addition to this live, or any live that you can see, I've added the information of getting a car pulled or anything like that. Let's see what happens. That's really like what happens. You ask the universe for the things that you desire, the things that you know is happening, you enjoy, and like becoming a part of that in your life, or that becoming a part of your life, and giving yourself the time and space to enjoy them, actually enjoy them, not just do them just because you fucking do it. So that's part of this right now, is doing my I see fake and I want you to do you. Last year was a mess, but I'm growing up. Thinking that I'm so blessed. Show me love. Say God don't teach us someone else get to grow. And it's all because I'm working on my energy. Cleaning up, I'm taking care of myself and me. Drinking coffee, take a sip, this I'm sparkling. Manifest it right till I know it's happening. And I eat anything that I want. I got a belly, got a booty, got the See, and that is perfect segue into this weight loss journey, and how I've been taking care of myself, how I've been contributing to just development of this character that I literally over time have been learning to embody and embrace, because I sat with myself for a long time, and with the development of that, by sitting with myself and starting with, one way, and realize that it led me to a journey that I wasn't expecting, as far as past life regression, as far as hearing all those generational curses and you're the chosen one and all these other things, what that meant, and what that meant for me and what I wanted that to look like for me. Started off with my name, the name that was given to me at birth, but then realizing I was not there when I was named. I don't know the intentions of what, and even if I did, that goes into stepping in whatever mold that was given to you during that way, like during that time. So it's like, um, okay, let me start over with that because that kind of was all over the place. Essentially, starting with my name and knowing that my name has meaning, right? I did an interview with somebody a couple years ago about mental illness and mental health and the suicide rates and things like that. And I essentially started with my journey of knowing what my name is, knowing what it meant, where it came from, and then kind of going from there. And then understanding like I can name myself, I can, because of the fact that I didn't know what was going on with my parents at the time. Like watching my parents' communication at any point in my life, it was one thing. So I was like, okay, I didn't want to have to have those types of conversations with myself or with my children. So how do I change that? I changed that by starting completely from scratch, naming myself, finding out, or an extension of the name that I have for myself. And it just kind of snowballed from one thing to another, right? So there's that. Once that opened up, I started remembering this version of myself in my childhood that was like very aware and cognizant of a lot of things that was happening, but didn't know how to verbally, express that to the adults around me, right? And it was like, not only that, but how do you, hearing the conversations that you hear your parents having or adults around you having, tell them, hey, um, I'm like some ancient being stuck in a child body. But then you're like, did it come from, being programmed? And it's like, how can I have been programmed? Because I was like 2-3 years old, like wanting to say more than what I was saying and didn't know how. So it's so funny because it's like now I'm watching how my children grew up, how I saw nieces and nephews, and it's like this picture that I saw where it was a child. Matter of fact, I think I have a tarot card for it. But then, now saying that out loud, it's like, is that crazy that I remember that? Is that something that it can't be crazy that I remember it? Hold on a second. Come on, guys, let me find it. Yeah, this is. This one. So it was, watching this or seeing this, the advising card, it's so funny, is that um it for me, I didn't take it as, the kid is getting advisement from the elder. It was the elder took the scroll from the kid. Well, not take, let me say, because I put it in a negative connotation. But essentially, like, the information the child, wrote it down and drew it or whatever, and then the adult, then it's like the adult takes it, right, or shares that information based off of the interpretation that the child heard. Um, so moving forward, it's, for me, I interpreted that card as receiving the information and seeing the picture of whatever's in that scroll and interpreting it, right? But the interpretation is going based off of the information. This is fucking good. That the adult has at the time, right? Or that the adult remembers up until that point. So I did a video on Instagram. If anybody is following me on Instagram, I did a video speaking about the contractual contractual agreements that our parents or grandparents or whatever had, and there's like dementia and Alzheimer's, possibly because of um, them like coming here and having a sole purpose and not fulfilling that sole purpose, and that's why they forgot, and like kind of, and it's not even sole purpose, it's all the promises that you made to yourself to do something different or do something better or whatever that you didn't keep. So because you forgot those promises that you kept to yourself or didn't keep those promises to yourself, then you end up not being able to um, do anything different. That's why life repeats itself. Essentially, like, if that's as much as I can sum it up. Well, with that being said, the advising comes based off of the whatever amount of information that the child has learned enough to translate to the parent, right? So that whatever age you're teaching them, whatever language, whatever sign language, all that. And that's one of the reasons why, if I make an opinion on anything, there's very few things that I will voice my opinion about, but because I've seen personally the difference, I feel like I can speak on this, is not talking to a baby like a baby. Like actual conversation with the baby, and like everybody's laughing when these things come up on Instagram or YouTube, the videos where like the dad and the child or the mom and the child or a person and a baby or a child or whatever are talking, but the baby's not talking because obviously they only know so many words, but the adult is talking to them in full in full complete sentences, and how that develops the brain from a very young age. So the child makes the picture or writes the words or whatever on the paper, and it's like a game of charades with the amount of information that the parent knows. So say you're playing charades with a group of adults. You know a lot about different movies or music or whatever, but your partner doesn't, or doesn't remember. They might remember like the words to the song, but they not know who sings it. Or they might know other movies or books, or I'll say movies. That just kind of comes off the top of their phone right now. They might know other books or movies. Really fucking A, man. Why? Why are you doing this to me right now? This is what I'm talking about. Is like I be trying to do my own shit, and Spirit's like, I asked you to do something. Like, can I enjoy myself? And it's like, well, you asked me to help you enjoy yourself, and you're not doing what I'm showing you to do to enjoy yourself. And I'm like, how do I know that's gonna work? Anyways, let me stop being stubborn. So, the playing charades, the person might not know as many movies as you, or might not know as many actors as you, but they know the name of the movie, they know like certain lines or whatever. So like picking a partner literally for anything is extremely important. The amount of shit that I gotta go through to do my hair by myself is ridiculous. And then people wonder why. Everybody wants to make enough money to go get their hair done. Because I'm not trying to do the same thing over and over again, expecting the same result. So, when I don't answer the phone, there's no offense to nobody. It's just like, how often do I really give time to myself to what I'm doing and why I'm doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I started this family foundations thing to chronicle, the relationship that I have with myself and my kids, and how, like, coming into like versions of my childhood that I was condemned for, and then like being okay with myself. It's like, let me embrace myself first before I come back out to you guys, because I feel like I'm just like, I really enjoy being around my family, but then realizing, like, do they really enjoy being around me? I was starting to think, like, sometimes you give too much grace, and it's like, at what point, everybody's expecting super sweet person, and it's like, yeah, when I was. So then it's like, am I being petty? Have I really grown? Have I really, or am I allowed to still be like, yeah, of course I'm allowed to still set my fucking boundaries. Oh Lord, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like coming back to myself and starting to do things for myself and finishing what I started in some areas, because I'm realizing that not everything that you start needs to finish. Like, there's a lot of things that you don't need to have closure for. Like, that's a real thing. So, like, as the master of your life and as the goddess, you will realize that the key to all of this is thankfulness, gratefulness, thankfulness, gratefulness, thankfulness, gratefulness, thankfulness, gratefulness, gratefulness. Take a deep breath. Great rising. Start from your toes. Thankful for your feet. I'm thankful for my legs. I'm thankful for my knees. I'm thankful for my thighs. I'm thankful for my hips. I'm thankful for my waist. I'm thankful for my eyes. Is it the mama?
Another chance. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. Thankful. I'm healthy. I'm breathing. I'm living. I'm wealthy. I'm thankful for this life. I'm thankful for the love. I'm thankful for the mothers. I'm thankful for the fathers. I'm thankful for the ancestors. I'm thankful for God, for the goddesses. I'm thankful for this earth. I'm thankful for the sun. I'm thankful for the moon. I'm thankful for the universe, within and without. I'm thankful for my gifts. I'm thankful for my lessons. I'm thankful for the love. I'm thankful for the blessings. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm so grateful. Thankful. Gratefulness. Thankfulness. I'm blessed. I'm thankful. Gratefulness. Thankfulness. I'm blessed. Thankful. Grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. The key to manifesting your dreams is to be grateful. Gratefulness, thankfulness. Be grateful. Be thankful for your dreams as if it's already yours. Gratefulness, thankfulness. I'm grateful for the wealth. I'm grateful for abundance. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for this life. I'm grateful for high vibrations. I'm grateful for this melanin. I'm grateful for my life. I'm grateful for the breath. I'm grateful for this love. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. I'm grateful. I'm thankful. My heart is pumping. I'm thankful. It's pumping. It's pumping. Blood in my vein.
So I just remembered I'm recording right now. I'm looking up the definition to something and posting on my Instagram. Um, that's where I started all of this, moving the following from Instagram to YouTube, giving myself more um, room to communicate with you guys and stay um, more consistent because that's not fair to anyone. Because it's not fair. So what I do is look up words. Sometimes there are words that I know the definition, and other times there are words that I would prefer to. Matter of fact, let me phrase that. Um, I go back to the original definition of the word or find out different meanings of the word to make sure that whatever um, message I'm writing down, whatever is being written down, one is not just geared towards me. Two, allows for more interpretation, because um, when I do um, connect, whether it's through an actual consultation or anything like that, I um, find myself wanting to not even find myself wanting to do anything, but being um, guided through finding the right words, because sometimes messages are specifically for someone, and when that does happen, it's because it I don't know what happens for the other person, but um, when I'm speaking, there's certain words that I'll say that, like, I'll hear or feel chills or something like that, that'll tell me, okay, this is definitely specifically for somebody, and they're gonna find um, what they need to hear, when they need to hear it, how they need to hear it from you. And that's one of the reasons why, for me, when it comes to, like, if you're somewhere out somewhere, something, this has happened to me so many times, and I'm just like, okay, thank you, God. Um, and something inside you tells you to say something to someone. It's not always something fucked up. It'll just be like, hey, you've got, I love your hair, or I love your coat, or um, your smile is beautiful, like just something as a compliment to somebody. You'll hear it over and over and over again in your head, and the person walks by and you don't say it. That's literally the universe talking to you, saying, hey, this person needs to hear this, and because you can hear me, I need you to say it. Because not everybody hears from the universe, not everybody hears from themselves, and a lot of times it might just end up being the person, like, projecting that message out to the world, like, hey, I want to hear more often that I'm beautiful, and you saying it is confirmation that God exists, or the universe can hear them, or whatever, and you don't say it, and then it's like, damn. That's what it sounds like in my head sometimes. There's a lot of information as far as, like, just wanting to make this world a better place, and ways to do that. So yeah. And then sometimes the word will lead me to a movie or anything like that. So even though for this specific message that I'm writing, it did not, uh, I didn't need to put it in the Instagram message that I'm sending out, but I am saying it out loud. So the word was respond, but instead of respond, RESPOND, I saw it written out as RE-SPAWN, then thought of the movie Spawn, saw the synopsis for it and everything, and realized that it doesn't go with here, but it does, for whatever reason, need to be said on the YouTube. So that's how my intuition channeling sometimes works. There's different ways. Honestly, it depends on a lot of different things, but it works. So there are times. So the reason I'm laughing is because, like, sometimes I'm given a memory or a flash of something, um, to reiterate or be able to, like, explain um, more simply. I don't know why I do that, but I'm more aware of the fact that I do. Uh, to re-illustrate, I should say, what I'm explaining, and people think I'm like, you see something or think of an inside joke or whatever, and you laugh. You're not fucking crazy. You just, and they're not in on the inside joke. But anyways, so the flash of what I just saw was, it makes me giggle every time, because it's funny. It's the scene in uh, Avengers, one of the Avengers movies. Um, I think it was Infinity War, and Bruce Banner is in the street with Doctor Strange and Iron Man. I think Iron Man had gotten to that point, but anyways, it was like he was like trying to get the Hulk to come out, but the Hulk would not. And just watching the flash of it going back and forth, he's like, no. So just that's what I just got, and it the kind of explains like sometimes the intuitions, the premonitions, the visions, whatever channeled message um, comes out. Um, you know, I feel like has been explained in a lot of different ways. Some people say quantum entanglement. Some people say, you know, divine entities, all different kinds. I don't know. It's none of my business. I'm here to experience life as a human being, I guess. That's what they say, right? But it's like, how are we all getting the same messages? It's like the news. Anyways, um, so yeah, it's funny how some of these, and it all really depends on who I'm around, who's listening, and if I even have the energy, like physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, to um, channel any messages. I know I'm taking a long time to do my hair. That ain't none of y'all business, okay? I'm here posting content and understanding that I can multitask and just kind of getting into a new groove. Because that's one thing I've noticed about myself too, is like to stop saying getting back to something, because then that's another way of me repeating fucking cycles. And I'm done. Because it's like, how many times do you need to repeat the cycle until you realize that it's a fucking cycle? So there's that. Um, so just moving forward, I acknowledge different things about myself and how I do things, and it's like, is this a part of what I've created for myself but didn't know was a part of it, because I asked for one thing specifically but didn't know the counter of it? I know there's so much to like that. I keep saying I don't know, but it's like, I do know. I know enough about myself to know that, you know, I trust my intuition. Like, certain things you can't unsee. Uh, Someone once said, like, once you put the glasses on, you can't take them off. And that goes for life too. Like, people who actually need glasses to see, like, you take them off, you can't see no more. So, no, I don't mean to laugh, but like, um, just whew, taking my time, 'cause I am divine. And allowing myself to be fucking silly, man. Oh, man. Like, if I can't be silly by myself, If I can't have peace in my own house, where the fuck am I supposed to have it? Um, so yeah, I've posted some stuff. I created content. Let me say that because apparently that's the new lingo. I've created content and I've created a lot of content, to be honest, in so many different avenues, but it like literally leads all back to the same fucking thing. So I'm like, did I really create content and something different, or is it just the same thing over and over again and me saying that it's different? Wow. Oh, here's a question that I had. Um, Let me finish doing this because I actually wanted to ask the question like on live and find out. Okay. Focus on the facts, pay attention to the body, learn to respect and respond from a place of growth and gratitude. Um, I just watched somebody with this. Just leave that alone. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Uh, yes. So funny. I literally am realizing right now that because I have my camera here and I didn't notice it until now when I'm looking this way that I look like the Cynthia doll from Rugrats. Okay. Live. I would say at 5. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, right? That's how the saying goes. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Bruh. Bruh. Fuck. You forgot. Um. So the question I was gonna ask, why I hopped on to my Instagram live, was, is it just me, or does anyone else think that the reason, like global warming, the ice caps melting, and all that stuff is happening is because there was so much complaint from like the energy of our world that said we don't have enough water, there's no good water to drink. Um, like, is that a thing? Or am I just tripping? Like, the icebergs are just like, yo, they said they need more water. They said the water is contaminated, all this other stuff. Let's melt. I'm laughing, but I'm fucking serious. Let's melt so that there's more clean water. Like more water going to the natural springs and everything like that. Like, let's just do that. Anybody else? No? Yes? Maybe so. Possibly. For anyone who has ever received um, a reading from me, or had their hair done by me, any memories they'd like to share, photos done by me. Um, I am currently taking reviews for products and services that I've offered. Um, if you know anything about me, you can hit up my website, Transcend Properties LLC .info. Same thing. Not the same thing, not really. Okay. Really not. Because the amount of no's that I've been able to produce this past year, like some of them, I'm like, damn, I really shouldn't have said no to that. And others, I'm like, I'm really happy I said no to that. So it's just all been a learning lesson. Um, I would like to go live on all my platforms at some point in time. But just realizing like going off the grid and how important that was for me, and just coming back out to a version of me that I think I've developed, or that I guess I'm putting myself in a position where I'm really seeing if I have developed or not. So, mm, have I actually grown and learned from my lessons and taken the time to like reevaluate what I'm willing to accept from people and who I'm willing to accept it from? Because it's like, I'm noticing too, people be like, well, you let this person do this, and you let that person do that, or whatever. It's like, bro, first of all, stop worrying about the relationship I got with other people. And secondly, did it ever occur to you that maybe I didn't realize I was doing whatever I was doing with the other person to you, or vice versa, or how it affected either one of the people? So, um, like, just being fair to myself. Oh, yeah. You're on my Instagram, on my Facebook, on my Snapchat. You caught me live at 5. Oh Lord, that's so funny. I really do look like her. Um, really, just at any point in time you've encountered an experience with me, you can definitely tell that this one right now is completely different than anything you may have encountered in the past. It's just like, no, let's get serious. Let's talk. Let's yes. I've done all the fun stuff already. No, I haven't. I'm lying. There's a lot more to do. Live your life. Be happy. Be bold. Don't be scared. Which is basically the reason why I'm on live right now, y'all. It has definitely been a minute. I hope to see smiling faces, actually enjoying life. Now, me, right now, because I'm doing this myself, I'm doing what's gonna work. So, first live in a long time, you're gonna actually catch me doing probably a number of different things that I was afraid to do before. So, how often, I really couldn't tell you. Where, when, how. Um, More than likely, it's gonna be the day of. If not the day of, it'll just be something that I post later. Um, let's see where this version of boldness takes us this year. Oh Lord, better bold, better be. What's that song? Gotta be bold, you gotta be brave, gotta be wiser, gotta be calm, you gotta stay together. That. So, just sticking together with myself because I have been in hermit mode for long enough. I will see y'all when I see y'all. An hour. I think that's amazing. I know literally I've been talking the time and then, but the fact that I even did this, The fact that I even opened myself up to going live. Stop it. Yeah, so catch y'all. See y'all when I see you.